Wheel Decide is back on at the Coaster Battleman YouTube channel. This is an awesome wheel with several different types of coasters: clone coasters, hyper coasters, giga coasters, launch coasters, aero loopers. I might have to choose Mean Streak. I might have to choose a Vekoma SLC of my choice, any roller coaster at Silverwood Amusement Park, any coaster at my home park, Six Flags Great America, any coaster in Europe or Canada. I get to choose a coaster maybe. Cedar Fair wooden coasters, or coasters built in 1976. These are several categories for what coasters I will choose. And this is going to be a massive coaster collection with 15 coasters. And I have to select a coaster in Canada. I'm going to choose Leviathan. A great way to start with a solid Giga coaster. It is one of the worst Gigas, but it's definitely one of the best coasters in Canada. Hypercoaster. I'm going with Shambhala, another great B&M hypercoaster. In my opinion, Shambhala is the best hypercoaster in the world. It's a sweet ride. Best B&M hyper. Overall, solid ride. And some of you might be saying, like, for all the Intamin fanboys, why aren't you choosing Skyrush or Superman the Ride? And now I have to select a coaster at my home park. I'm going with Goliath. It is rumored to be cloned, but it's still a very good RMC with some of the best inversions in RMC. And we're 1/5 done. And we have to have Mean Streak in our coaster lineup. Yes, this coaster is always going to be in our coaster lineups or Wheel of Coasters videos. But let's move on. Cedar Fair wooden coasters. I'm going with the Beast at Kings Island. Another wooden coaster in Ohio. It's the longest coaster in the United States. What an amazing ride it is. We're 1/3 done. And we're getting another coaster in Canada. I'm going with Behemoth at Canada's Wonderland. A great B&M hyper that has some sweet airtime and is considered one of the best. Cloned coaster. I'm going with Blue Fire at Europa Park. It's a great launch coaster. But Blue Fire has a few clones. Cedar Fair wooden coasters again. I'm going with Shivering Timbers at Michigan's Adventure. It's an amazing ride. It has some amazing airtime. I could go with a GCI, but I don't know. I feel like going with Shivering Timbers. Now, we already got Mean Streak, so we're going to spin again. Please do not get Mean Streak again. Hypercoaster. For all you Intamin fanboys out there, I'm going to choose Skyrush at Hershey Park. When I rode this ride back in 2014, I really forgot my experience on it, so I can't really judge it at all. So that's why I can't really talk about it that much. I get to choose a coaster, and I'm going with my coaster, the best coaster in the world in my opinion, Expedition G-Force. What an amazing ride. And so far, we've had 10 coasters selected. Let's see what other coasters will be in our lineup. Coaster in Europe. This is going to be a tough decision, but I'm going to go with another great coaster, Goliath at Walibi Holland. So I do have two coasters named Goliath. I'm just going to write down Great America for the other Goliath. Goliath at Walibi Holland is considered one of the best coasters ever. Like, some people say it's the best in the world. I don't entirely agree with that, but it's still a very good ride. And so far we have 3, 6, 9, 11 coasters. We have 4 more coasters left. Aero Looper. I wish it landed on Launch Coaster. I could have picked Top Thrill Dragster. But the good news is there is one Aero Looper that's considered an over-the-top coaster. Even though its duration is too short, I'm selecting Tennessee Tornado at Dollywood. We still have a few more spins left. And this is our first Vekoma SLC. I'm going to go with one of the best SLCs, Ed Nor Blatek. This is, some people consider it a decent ride. And so far, of all our coasters we have five, yeah, we got 5, 10, 13 coasters. I'm getting 2 more coasters. Let's see what they will be. I hope I really get a launch coaster. But I'm just going to select a great GCI. New for 2017, Mystic Timbers. This coaster looks like an airtime machine. And definitely going to be one of the best coasters at Kings Island. Let's see what our final coaster will be. I'm just going to select Vortex at Kings Island. To close it out, another Kings Island coaster. This is not a bad lineup. If you can have this coaster lineup at your home park, I think you'd be pretty happy with it because you got some of the best coasters out there in this lineup. You got 2 standard sit-down loopers, Vortex and Tennessee Tornado, a sweet GCI, Mystic Timbers, a decent SLC, Ed Nor Blatek, Goliath at Walibi Holland. It's a sweet Intamin. Same thing with Expedition G-Force. It's another sweet Intamin coaster. Skyrush, everyone loves that ride, and people consider it the best coaster in the world, possibly. Shivering Timbers is one of the best out-and-back wooden coasters ever built. Blue Fire, great clone coaster. Behemoth, great B&M Hyper. The Beast is one of the best wooden coasters in the world. Mean Streak is probably my worst coaster due to its boring layout. Goliath at Six Flags Great America, a traditional RMC, but it's still a sweet ride. Shambhala, the best B&M Hypercoaster and the best hypercoaster out there in my opinion. And Leviathan at Canada's Wonderland. This is an amazing coaster lineup. And how do you guys like my coaster lineup? Make sure to post down your thoughts on the comments below. And tell me, what videos should I do next?